Hello everyone. Today we are going to learn how to use a Google Classroom on your mobile phone. This Google Classroom application is very effective tool for the online teaching. Here you can share a number of tasks to the students. You can assign assignments, you can share your videos, you can share other informative videos, you can share a material which is related to your subject on this Google Classroom. And you can manage all the activities you are planning to manage in your offline classrooms. So main advantage of this classroom is you can evaluate the performance of every individual student of this classroom. So let's start with this tutorial how to use Google Classroom application on your mobile phone. If you are not having a Google Classroom application in your mobile phone, then just go to the Play Store. On the Play Store, search for the Google Classroom application. So this application will be visible. Just click here. Now here two options are visible, uninstall and open. I have already installed this Google Classroom application in my mobile phone. That's why it is showing these two options, uninstall and open. If you are installing this Google Classroom first time in your mobile phone, then it will show the installation option here. Then click on that installation option and install this Google Classroom application in your mobile phone. After the installation, these two options, uninstall and open, will be visible on your window. Now click on the open option. This will prompt you to the Google Classroom window. At the left side, we are having a menu bar. Just click on this menu bar. Here, you can observe all the email IDs which you have synchronized with your Gmail application in your mobile phone. Now select any one Gmail ID for creating a Google Classroom. Suppose I am selecting this mechanical.beproject@gmail.com email ID for creating a classroom. So you can select these email IDs as per your requirement where you want to create the classroom. So once you select this email ID, this classroom will get created on your that email ID only. Now at the top right corner, we are having this plus sign. When you click on this plus sign, you can observe these two options. First one is a join class. This option is used by the students to join the classroom. And the second option is a create class. Now if you want to create a new class under this Gmail ID, then you can use this second option, which is a create class. So once you click on this create class option, this window will appear. Just click on this checkbox. That means you are agreeing to the terms and conditions of this Google Classroom. Now press on continue. Once you press on the continue, this window will appear, which is a create class. Now you have to fill all the details of your class here. Suppose I am creating a demo class and its section is education. You can enter a room number here where you are taking offline lectures. Suppose it is a 108, and you can add your subject name here. Suppose I am using a turbo machine subject. So once you fill all the details in this class field, click on this create option. So this will create a new class and it will prompt you directly into the class. So at the bottom side of this classroom, we are having three options. First, we will start from the people option, which is available at the lower right corner. So first we have to add the students to this classroom. Now there are two different type of a method through which you can add your students to this classroom. First, you can go for the people tab, which is available at the lower right corner. Here you are having two options, teachers and students. So if you want to add students to your classroom, at the right side of the student option we are having a plus sign. Just click on this plus sign and you can enter the email IDs of your students here. Now if you are having email IDs of all students with you, then you can enter all the email IDs at once in this tab. So this is a one method to invite students to join this class. And another method is you can share the class code to the students. Now this class code will be visible in a setting option which is available at the upper right corner. So at the upper right corner we are having the gear like icon here. So just click on this icon, it is nothing but a class setting. So at the bottom in general option we are having the class code. Just long press on this class code option, so this will get copied automatically. Now you can share this class code through the other application with the students like WhatsApp and message. So once they got this class code, they can join by using a join class option which we have seen earlier. So these are the two methods through which you can join the students in your classroom. Similarly, you can add teachers to your classroom as well. So again in People's tab, we are having a first option, teachers. If you want to add a teachers in your classroom, so at the right side we are having a plus sign. Just click here and enter email IDs of your teachers. Now these teachers will get added to your classroom. They are having all rights like you are having for your classroom. Only they can't delete this classroom as this classroom is created by using your email ID. So in this way you can add the students and teacher to your classroom. If you want to make an announcement to your students, so at the bottom we are having a stream option. So once you click on the stream option, this window will appear and we are having option like a share with your class. So when you click here, you can type your message or the announcement here. If you want to share a circular or a notice to the student, then at the right side you are having an attachment option. So here you can select a file or the attachment for the announcement, or simply you can type your announcement in this text box. Announcement for demo class. So I want to share this announcement to the student. So at the top side we are having a send button. So just click on this send option. So this announcement will be get reflected in a stream tab and it is visible to the all students. So in this way you can make an announcement, you can share a circular or the notice through this stream option. Now third option which is available in Google Classroom, which is very important, is a classwork. So when you click on this classwork tab, at the lower right corner you are having this plus sign. When you click on this plus sign, these options will be visible. The first option is a assignment, second option is a question, third option is a material, fourth option is a topic, and last option is a reuse post. So we will see all these options one by one. First we will start with the assignment. Now if you want to assign one assignment to your student, then select a first option, assignments. So once you click that option, this field will be available in your classroom. So first you have to add the title for your assignment. Suppose I am giving assignment number 1 to the students. So this is assignment number 1. Now you can add the description of your assignment number 1 here, but it is optional. If you want to left it blank, then you can. But if you want to add a description of your assignment number 1, then you can add a text in this text box. Suppose I am adding a text as a demo class here. So this is a description of a assignment number 1. Now you can assign the marks or points to your assignment. So this by default it is showing 100. Just click on this points so you can edit these points. Suppose I want to assign this assignment for the 10 marks, then you can enter a 10 here. Now if you want to assign an assignment which is ungraded, then you can select a second option. But here I am assigning an assignment to the student with the 10 points. After giving the points to this assignment number 1, we can assign a due date to that particular assignment number 1. So just click on this due date option. It will prompt you to the calendar. Now here you can select any date which is a due date for this assignment number 1. Suppose I am giving a 10th August as a due date here. So after that, if you want to supply a due time here, then we are having the option for the time as well, but it is optional. Now lastly, we are having a topic option. So this is a heading under which this assignment number 1 is getting reflected. So I am using assignment as a heading or topic. So under this assignment topic, this assignment number 1 will get reflected. And after that, use a save option here. So this assignment number 1 will get saved under the heading assignments. Now if you are having a PDF or any document which you want to assign as a assignment number 1 for your class, then we are having this attachment option at the top side. So this pin like icon is nothing but attachment option. So when you click on this pin option, you can attach the file from your mobile phone or from your drive, or you can share a link for that particular attachment as well. So from these three options, you can directly share the assignment number 1 to your classroom. So once you have done with all these fields which is available in assignment tab, just use this send icon to send this assignment number 1 to your classroom. So when you send this assignment number 1 on classroom, this will get shared to all your students which are available in this Google Classroom. So in this way we can add the assignment to this classroom. Now the second option is a question. So just like an assignment, we can share the question to your students. Now if you want to add one question to your students, then you can add the question here, you can add the instruction to the student, you can add the points for that particular question, you can add the due date for that particular question, and you can use the topic questions. Now at the bottom you are having the two types of the answers, short answer and the multiple choice answer. So you can select either of these two as per your requirement, and you can share this question to your students. So in this way we can share the questions to your students. Now in this classwork tab, the third option is a material. Now if you want to share a teaching material to the students for the study, then you can use this material option here. When you click on this material option, this window will appear. Now here you can add the title of your material. Suppose I am sharing the PDF for the lecture 1. So you can type a lecture 1 here, and you can add the description of that lecture. What points are covered in the lecture 1 you can describe here. Then at last you can add the topic. If the lecture 1 is related with the unit 1, then you can add a new topic as a unit 1. Now under this unit 1, that lecture 1 will get reflected. So here if you want to share the PDF or any other document as a material for this lecture 1, then at the top side again we are having attachment option. So just click here. Now you can attach the file which you want to share with your students from the drive. You can share its link if it is already installed over the drive, or you can use this file option to upload the document from your mobile phone. The other options are you can directly take a photograph if you are having a hard copy of your material, and you can share it with your students. So these are the options which are available for sharing the material with the students. So once you fill all these details, just click on the send button. So this material will get shared with the students. Now you can see under unit 1 it is showing a lecture 1. So in this way you can create headings as per your requirement, and under that headings you can use another options to share the material. So this is the way through which you can share the teaching material to the students. Now next option is a topic. So we have already created two topics here, unit 1 and assignments. So with the help of this option you can create another topic here under which you can add the other materials. And the last option is a reuse post. If you want to post the same post for the other classes which you are created in your Google Classroom, then you can share the same post on the other classes as well. So with this fifth option, you can share or reuse the same post for the other classes as well. So in this way, we have covered all the details of the classworks. So in this way, we have learned how to use a Google Classroom here. Now we will go for the assessment of the assignment which is given by the teacher to the student. Now for that purpose I will go for the previous class which I have created on the other email ID, and on which I have given the assignment to the student, and students have replied to that assignment. So just from this drop down box from the menu bar we can select the required email ID where that classroom is created. I am selecting that email ID where that class was created. So I have created that classroom for the engineering graphics, which is for the first year engineering students. So once I open this classroom, all the details for the classroom will be visible here. Now in the classwork tab, all the assignments and other activities which is given to the student will be visible here. In this assignment headings, you can see here I have given 4 assignments to the students, and these 4 assignments are visible in the assignment headings. Now if you want to assess the student for the assignment number 1, then click on this assignment number 1 here. So when you click on this assignment number 1, details of all students who have replied for this assignment number 1 is visible in this window. So here you can see at the top we are having some numbers here. So first number, which is called as a turn in, is indicating the number of the students who have replied for your assignment number 1. The second number, which is called as a assigned, is indicating the number of the students who haven't replied to your assignment number 1. And the last number, which is called as a graded students, are the evaluated or the assessed students. So here these are the total number of students which are available in the Google Classroom. You can add these number together, so the summation of all these three will be indicating the number of the peoples in your classroom, and it is equal to the 61. So how this evaluation will be done with the help of this Google Classroom we will learn here. Now you can see a number of students which is turned in here is a 1, and these are the assigned students who haven't replied to the assignment number 1. Now here at the bottom you can see these are the graded students who have already evaluated on the basis of their performance. I have given the assignment for the 20 marks, out of which they have got these marks in the assignment number 1. So for the evaluation and the assessment, you can select any one student here who have replied for the assignment number 1. Suppose I am selecting a second student here. So when you select this second student, all the details of that student for the first assignment will be visible. So the first PDF is nothing but the assignment which is given by this teacher to the student, and the second PDF is nothing but a reply from the student for that assignment number 1. So for the evaluation and the assessment, open its answer sheet here. So this window will appear and this PDF will open here. So at the top side you are having a pen like icon here. When you click on this pen like icon, then you can enter into the edited mode. Now you can check this assignment whether it is correct or wrong. Now at the bottom side you can see a number of options. The first option is a eraser. If you have made any mistake in the assessment, then you can correct it with the help of this eraser. And then it is a pen option where you can check it. You can change the color of the ink of that particular pen. So after that you are having a marker option, and after that we are having a highlighter option. Now if you want to comment at a particular location on this diagram, then at the last you are having a comment option which will include the text box in this page. Now I want to check this figure for the correctness, so I am selecting the pen option here, and for the correction purpose or for the assessment I am selecting a red color. Now I can check it, I can write it over that page. Now when you click on this forward button, the next page will be appear and you can check it just like you check offline. So once you finish with all this checking of assignment, then at the top side, at the top right corner, it is nothing but a menu bar and you can use this save option. So this edited PDF will be saved in that student's profile. So this edited answer sheet will be visible in this student's profile. Now as per the performance of this student, you can assign a marks to the students. So I am giving this 15 marks out of the 20. Then at the top right corner you are having a return option here. When you click on this return button, then this will get updated to the student that he have got a 15 marks from out of a 20 for the assignment number 1, and this edited PDF is also shared with that student. So in this way we can assess and evaluate the student for the assignments, and same method can be used for the other type of the material as well. So that's it. So in this way, in the Google Classroom we can assess and evaluate the student for their performance. Thank you.